Hey everyone, I'm Connor Birch, head of Birch River Design Group.
And I'm Jake Dieball, the lead media buyer and the head of the escape room division at Birch River. And you're listening to Birch Banter.
Today, we're going over a few digital marketing updates that business owners like you should know about. Then, we go into our monthly update on the escape room industry from the perspective of us. Before we get into it, if you're an escape room owner listening to this, we would love to invite you onto an episode of Birch Banter. Sharing your insights with the community would really make for an awesome episode. Please reach out to Connor at birchriverdg.com if you would like to be interviewed by us. The old version of Google Analytics is officially dead. Or is it? Most of our properties are still collecting data, which led us to believe Google was going to push the sunset date back again. But Google stepped in and confirmed that the turnoff process is still in motion. It'll just take a few more days for every account to stop processing data. If you rely on Google Analytics and have not swapped over to GA4 yet, do so now.
Morty, the online escape room directory, has rolled out a private advertising beta. We're lucky enough to be working with one of the 4 escape rooms participating, and if the numbers look good, be prepared to adjust some of your marketing budget. Remember that the early adopters usually get the best deals, and this is a very valuable audience.
Meta launched a Twitter competitor called Threads this month, boasting over 100 million signups in the first week. What does this mean for escape rooms? Not much. We can't advertise on the platform yet. What's nice though, is that if you have your Facebook Business Manager set up and are running ads on Facebook and Instagram, you are all ready to advertise when Threads does open up. The ads network on Meta treats all their platforms as one, so it should be as easy as adjusting some options when the time comes.
Google Ads has rolled out a new streamlined design. Some of our accounts are seeing it right now and others aren't. So if you're having trouble finding things in your Google Ads account, don't be afraid to reach out for help.
Quick PSA for everyone listening, please make sure that you have ownership over your Facebook and Instagram assets. What do I mean by assets? I mean everything on Meta. Your business manager, pixel, domain, ad account, Facebook page, Instagram account, and whatever else is there. If someone else set it up for you, chances are you're not the primary owner. This is something we run into all the time with our escape room owners. If someone else owns your Facebook page, then there isn't much we can do other than having you reach out to see if the previous owner or employee will release it. Being proactive about this can save you some headache when you want to utilize these properties for proper advertising. All right, with updates out of the way, let's get into our escape room industry update. Jake is going to give us a bunch of insights about how our escape room ads performed in June. But first, Birch Banter is brought to you by us, Birch River Design Group. We are experts in escape room marketing, and we focus on money in, money out. Generating trackable, large returns for escape rooms is our thing. Sound too good to be true? No worries, because we financially guarantee our results. If you don't earn at least $5 for every $1 you put into your ad campaign by the end of the second month, we refund our fee and all the ad money you spent. Reach out today. All right, Jake, let's take a look at June 2023 for the escape room industry. First off, was escape room demand up or down in June compared to May?
Escape room demand was up compared to May. May was slightly down compared to April, but the demand rebounded pretty quickly as soon as June started, and we started seeing more searches for escape room type keywords on Google, which great for us. We're able to convert more.
How'd that affect the cost per booking in June?
The cost per booking along with that came slightly down. I believe in May we were averaging around $17 cost per booking, and in June we were only at 16.
Nice. Did we spend all of our budgets in June?
Yeah, we had no problem spending all of our escape room budgets for that month.
How's the Meta Suite performing?
Meta's been fantastic. We've been seeing return on ad spend go up as high as 14, 15x there. So I have absolutely no complaints. And if you're an escape room owner right now listening to this and you aren't advertising on Meta, I would strongly consider starting to think about that process.
Any adjustments across the board in strategy we're making based off of June's numbers for July?
Yeah, so with demand being up, all of our budgets being spent, and while we're seeing a high return on ad spend, I'm recommending to a lot of our clients that we make a slight increase on the budgets for July. Typically, June and July have been great months for us historically. So kind of pushing up that budget and being able to increase the amount of revenue we're bringing from the ads is a great thought to have.
How are you feeling about July so far?
July's off to a great start. We've already in the first 10 days or so here, been seeing accounts with return on ad spend up as high as 14, 15x. And even our accounts that don't perform as well as some of our best accounts are still seeing 6, 7, 8x return on ad spend. So we're off to a great start, and I have high hopes for how it's going to continue.
All right, that's great to hear. So, you were talking to me the other day about some frustrations with the Google Ads recommendations tab and how auto apply makes changes to the campaigns that you're running, which actually has hurt performance sometimes. What's going on with that?
So what will happen is sometimes I'll get into a new client's account when we're onboarding them, and I'll go in and build our standard escape room Google Ads campaign, and I'll hop in the next day, and almost everything in it is different. I'll give you some examples of that too. So when we build our campaigns, we like to target only the search network. If you've ever built a campaign in Google Ads, you'll know that it'll ask you, would you like to run this on the search network and display network, or one or the other? We only run on the search network because conversion rates are a lot higher, and we feel it's a way better use of budget.
If you're doing a smart campaign, which I think is what it kind of pushes you into, does it even ask you that, or is that just an expert mode?
That's only in expert mode. That's a
Gotcha.
good
So a smart campaign will just kind of like put the ads everywhere.
correct. What I see typically is a lot of people when I get into their new ad or their ad account that's existing and I go in and build a campaign, the next day everything will be different. And it's basically a sign that a lot of the auto apply recommendations are on, and this is located in the recommendations tab on Google Ads. So you can actually hop in and adjust that and turn off auto recommendations, which I strongly suggest because it does a lot of things that aren't necessarily the best for your campaign health. And I'll give you another example right here. What has happened a lot of times as well is one of the recommendations that's auto applied are keyword additions. And Google will add keywords like virtual escape room or escape rooms for home to your campaigns,
Hmm.
which basically people searching for those aren't your customer base if you're just a standard brick and mortar escape room.
So the AI sounds like it doesn't really know much about the industry. It just kind of throws some things together, fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly. I think what it's doing is just kind of searching for general escape room type keywords. And sure, some people are searching for, escape room at home and virtual escape room, but those aren't the kind of people we want to get clicking on our ad because it's spending our budget on something where they're not searching exactly what we have to offer.
Right. And our ads are geared towards the specific intent of people wanting to go to escape rooms. So if someone's typing in and wants to go to an escape room and then it's escape rooms at home, that's not that doesn't work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's other things too, like auto apply headline recommendations and description recommendations, which Google will automatically write for you. And sometimes they're not the best fit for what you're trying to put out there and advertise, right? So I think the takeaway from this all is look at the recommendations that you have set on auto apply. For me, I leave them all off. I like to browse through the recommendations that, Google will suggest to you every week or so on all of our clients' accounts. But the thing is, Google will show you this optimization score when you're in that recommendations tab, and getting it to 100% isn't always necessarily the best idea for an escape room campaign because they'll be asking you if it's not on auto apply, you should add these keywords to your account, virtual escape room, take home escape room, things like that. So look through all of the recommendations in the recommendations tab, apply the ones that make sense, but dismiss the ones that don't make sense because you're better off having a lower than 100% campaign optimization score than having that 100% optimization score and, having those keywords, headlines, and anything Google wants you to have in your campaigns that really shouldn't be there.
That makes a lot of sense. Wow, that's fantastic advice. I appreciate it, Jake. Well, that's it for Birch Banter this week. Be sure to subscribe so you catch our update next month. We're on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcast.
And remember, if you're an escape room owner, we want to talk to you. We're growing fast and we can only onboard so many escape room locations per month. So please reach out on our website to see if you're a good fit.
Thanks again. Talk to everyone next month.